Ms. Tejasri Kosbe, lecturer from Praveen Patil Polytechnic, Bhayandar. My subject is Maintenance of Electrical Equipment. Chapter first, Safety and Prevention of Accidents. Learning outcomes. At the end of this video, you will learn about concept of electric safety, electric accidents, precautions to be taken by every householder, and about safety symbols. Concept of electric safety. Electrical safety refers to any safety precautions taken against electricity. Electricity is undoubtedly one of the most basic needs in modern life, but electrical hazards are very dangerous. Some of the serious injuries you can receive from electricity include electrical shocks, electrical burns, and electrocution, which could be fatal. Electrical safety precautions can protect against electrical shocks and burns, and authorities responsible for workplace safety ensure that workers are following the correct safety procedures while dealing with electricity. Definitions of terminology used in safety. So first is safety. Any method or technique or process which can minimize unwanted events or accidents is called as safety. Hazard. Hazard is a potential condition awaiting to be converted into an unwanted event or accident. Accident. An unwanted event which can't be anticipated in advance may be termed as an accident. It is always a sudden process and not a gradual one. Major accident hazard. The major accident hazard is one in which person coming in contact with machinery, equipment gets severe shock may result into death of the person in contact. Responsibility. The meaning of responsibility is who is responsible for accident, who was in charge of that work where the accident took place. Authority. The person who is authorized for execution of work is called authority. Next term is accountability. It is the responsibility of the person for a particular work he is carrying. He is answerable and punishable for his failure, faults in the work he is carrying. Due to privatization, the accountability has increased. Accountability includes time period, quality, mistake in any work assigned to him. Next is monitoring. Monitoring is done by supervisors. It relates with work carried by staff. The executive engineer in PWD or Mahavitran monitors the work carried by the staff and gives the suggestions in connection with electrical work. Monitoring means keeping continuous watch or observation with remedial measures. Next is electric accidents. Unknowingly or by mistake overconfidence, unforeseen happening, a person may touch a live part and current passes through his body and get a shock can be termed as electric accident, which may result in body injury, burning of part of body, or death of a person is termed as electric accident. Reasons of accident. So these are the reasons of accident. First is improper tools. Second, protective devices not used or provided. Third is lack of proper instructions or supervision. Fourth, instructions not been observed faithfully. Fifth is overconfidence. Sixth is mental and physical condition of employee. 7. Poor judgment. 8 is mechanical inability of doing things and failure to think. 9th is negligence and carelessness of other persons. So these are the reasons of accidents which causes accident. How electrical accidents can be avoided? This first one is the equipment installed should be used properly. Second, the instructions of sequence of operation shall be followed properly. Third is machine shall never be mishandled or a person who don't know machines shall not be allowed to start or operate the machines. Fourth is installation of the machines shall be as per the guidelines provided by the manufacturer, and rate contract for maintenance shall be given to the competent agency. Fifth, periodical inspections shall be carried out by qualified and experienced engineer and skilled technicians. Sixth, repairs or replacements suggested by the expert engineer shall be done immediately without delay. 7. For overhead electric lines, periodic patrolling must be done to inspect the lines. Faulty parts must be replaced. 8. As per the maintenance schedule, the maintenance work must be attended to. 9. In emergency cases or prior to likely fault, the system should be breakdown and maintenance work shall be carried out. 10th, earthing must be checked periodically. 11th is insulation resistance must be measured as per the maintenance schedule. 12th, electrician, wireman, lineman shall use earth rods, rubber gloves, insulated handle pliers, wooden stair, etc. 13. Instead of a work to be allotted to a single person on electric lines outside, 2% to be deputed for the work. 14. Shutdown and line charging procedures shall be done by written warrants. So in this way you can avoid electric accidents. Precautions to be taken by every householder using electricity for domestic purpose. In this first one is check electric cords often for damage. Have damaged cords repaired right away. Worn cords can cause shock, short circuit or fire. Second, pull the plastic housing of the electric plug to take it out of the wall socket. Never pull on the cord. Third, do not overload electric outlets with too many items plugged in at once. Fourth, water and electricity do not mix. Do not operate electric appliances such as radios or hair dryers near a bathtub or sink full of water. Fifth, never stick your fingers, toys or anything except electric plugs into electric outlets. Sixth is unplug any appliance that emits spark or that does not work properly. Seventh, always unplug an appliance before cleaning or repairing it. 8. Always unplug the toaster or other appliance when removing a piece of stuck food. 9. Remember that a turn-off appliance is still connected to electricity until it is unplugged. 10. Limit use of extension cords. Make sure the cord is the appropriate size for use. Some appliances or equipment require heavy-duty cords. Next and last is safety signs and symbols used in industries. The safe working procedure includes safety precautions during the execution of work, and the site shall be kept safe even after working hours are over. The instructions in simple form play a crucial role in such cases, but the time required to go through text material is more. During emergency, the time required to react is very less, so safety signs play a very important role in that case. The requirement of safety signs are as below. It should be illustrative, that is, the person must understand its meaning easily. It should be convey the instruction easily. It should be pictographically so that it is easily understood by all persons. Sometimes text is to be used. The text used should be easy to read and understand. Preferably it should be in local languages. So these are the requirements for safety signs. Color codes play an important role in conveying a message regarding safety. Each safety color has a specific meaning. The color of the sign specifies the nature of the sign. That is, red signs are prohibitive, blue signs are mandatory, yellow signs are warnings, and green is used for safe condition and first aid signs. Recognize the different types of safety signs. OSHA and ANSI have established 3 primary severity classifications for safety signs. They are danger signs, warning signs, and caution signs. Each relates directly to the severity of hazards present. Danger. Danger signs signal the most serious hazards where special precautions must be taken. The danger signal word is printed in white letters on a red background and is preceded by the safety alert symbol, which looks like an exclamation point inside a triangle. This type of sign indicates that death or serious injury is almost certain to occur if the hazard is not avoided. Next is warning. This sign describes a hazard that may result in death or serious injury, but where the overall risk is not severe enough to need a danger sign. A safety alert symbol precedes the warning signal word, which is printed in black and orange background. Caution. The hazard described on the caution sign may result in minor or moderate injuries if not avoided. This typically caution against unsafe practices. On caution signs, the caution signal word is printed in black on a yellow background header and is preceded by the safety alert symbol. So these are the symbols. First is danger, second is warning, which is in orange color, and caution, which is in yellow color. Know the different types of safety signage. Safety signs and labels should be posted whenever hazards may be present throughout a facility. Yet other types of signs can help employees stay safe and productive without pointing out specific hazards. They include, first is notice. Use notice signs to deliver information about a machine, building, area or equipment. These signs outline procedures, maintenance information, instructions, rules and directions unrelated to personal injuries. Next is general safety signs. These offer broad safety related messages typically relating to health, medical equipment, sanitation, first aid, housekeeping and suggested general safety measures. Next is admittance. Admittance signs alert and explain the dangers and consequences associated with entering a restricted area. Fire safety. Fire safety signs point out emergency firefighting equipment and fire exits. Non-hazard signs. These communicate general safety facility information such as wayfinding directions procedures, usually through simple text and clear symbols. This should never be used to communicate hazards, risks or dangers. They are not technically safety signs but nevertheless promote a safer workplace. These are the signs. First is notice, next is general safety, third one is admittance, fourth fire safety and last is non-hazards. Learn where to place safety signs. Shall be used as a means to prevent accident, injury or illness to employees who are exposed to hazardous or potentially hazardous conditions, equipment or operations which are out of the ordinary, unexpected or not readily apparent. Tags shall be used until such time as the identified hazard is eliminated or the hazardous operation is completed. So first, danger signs must be placed where a hazard poses an immediate danger and special precautions must be taken. Caution signs must be posted to warn of potential hazards. They may also be used to caution against unsafe practices. Safety instruction signs should be used whenever general instructions and safety suggestions can help workers perform their task in a safe manner.